Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back in the Ferrari 296 GT3 car, this time at Jerez for another track guide. The setup I was using for this lap was the fixed setup to match the GT3 fixed series, and the track temp was 23 degrees. Before we start, I'd like to ask you all to subscribe to my channel. First I'll show an unedited lap, then I'll show the guided lap. Let's get into it. For turn 1 I brake at the start of the curb and use second gear. I tried to take a late apex and begin to get back on throttle at the end of the blue AstroTurf on the inside. I gradually get back on throttle for the exit as the rear end tends to step out, and the track limit here is the blue and white curb. For turn 2 I brake as I go under the banner. I use first gear and trail brake all the way to the apex. You can get back on throttle quite early here as you can use the blue AstroTurf. This is also useful as it shortens the line to the next corner. Again, I'm gradual with the throttle input to not lose the room. This next left-hander is flat. I turn in just before the end of the curb and use all of the space on the apex. On cold tyres you may need to lift as it's a bit more sketchy. For this right-hander I brake around the car's length after the white line. I use third gear and trail brake all the way to the apex. You want to get a late apex for a good run onto the next straight. There aren't many references for when to get back on throttle, however you can use the orange Marshall post. This corner is very difficult and takes many laps to get used to. On the exit the track limit is the blue and white curb. Here I brake just before the 100 metre board. My peak brake pressure is around 90%. I use first gear and trail brake to the apex. I begin to get back on throttle at the end of the green AstroTurf and use all of the space on the exit of course. For this left-hander I brake at the end of the blue and white tyre wall pattern on the left. I use third gear and trail brake to the apex. I get back on throttle at the start of the blue AstroTurf on the inside, very early as the exit is very wide. Then you want to bring the car back over to the left side of the track. I brake around the car's length before the blue-white-blue pattern on the left. I use second gear and take quite an early apex, trail braking to the AstroTurf on the inside. And then for this second right-hander, I trail brake slightly as I turn in. I turn in just before the end of the curb and use all of the curb on the inside. The track limit on the exit is the white and blue curb. Here I keep the car in fourth and lift as I turn in. I then get straight back on throttle and the track limit here is the blue and white curb again on the exit. The next right-hander is flat but I lift slightly just to make sure the lap's valid. The track limit on the exit again is the blue and white curb and you can go off it sometimes. For the final corner I brake at the white line and use first gear. I turn in from mid-apex and let off the brake as the car sometimes oversteers on entry here. I get back on throttle early as the exit is wide, but I'm very gradual to ensure that the TZ doesn't engage and lose time. So that was a lap of Jerez. If you did find this guide helpful, then please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll leave you with the third person lap to the end of the video.